This is the darkest snowstorm I've ever experienced. Could very well get snowed in here. Look at this weather here. The most snow I've had on the sunroof. Alright, I'm coming into the town of Muono, or Muoni, not sure. And I'm gonna try to empty my toilet here. It's kind of out of the way, but I wanted to see this town here. Never been down this way. Looks kind of cool here. Let's see, where is this place? Big stores here. Maybe I'll find a place in here to park. I did see a really cool place 10 kilometers back, but I'm gonna look at the map when I get here. Nice little village here, town. There's the K market that I'm going to. Look at this here. Incredible. Well, I have to say I'm loving Finland in these conditions here. Like cold and just beautiful with all the snow. So I'm gonna go some I don't know if there are back roads, but secondary roads, and find a place to camp. It's 3 o'clock now here in Finland. So I'm gonna go up here just for fun first. Just a quick look around. What's that? Swiss. Ooh, handmade chocolate. Maybe I'll have to go in here. Check this out. Because we can.
I think so too, yeah. Laitanko teille sellaista juotavaa? No, vai jotain teetä? Se otat teetä. Niin voisi ottaa teetä. Myös teetä? Joo. Sinä olet käynyt täällä pariko täällä palvellaan nimellä. Ei, kato hän äsken. Sinä olet vain edellä syö.
It was a cafe, and I was looking for a takeaway chocolate. They had some, but it was Swiss, and that's just not why I'm here in Finland, to get Swiss chocolates. Anyway, let's go to that campsite. It's minus 15 now. This says over here. My car says minus 4. So now there's full 11 degrees of difference. Every time I've been in Finland, it's been kind of bad weather or mild and not very wintry, but this time around, fantastic. It's just so amazing. So I guess I need to come back to Finland more when it's cold, because this is absolutely gorgeous. so apparently there's free parking over at that center there, but I'm not going there. All right, should be 14 kilometers. Moment of truth. Let's see if we can get in here. Looking good. Yeah. Looks like a really nice place. There's a big lorry up there, but all right, it's already minus 16 here, so this is gonna be a cold one, but I'm loving it. In the woods here. Pretty amazing. Frosty, frosty, frosty. It's been down to minus 20. It's a pretty frozen world here now. It's amazingly pretty. And there's like rime frost in the air everywhere. The trees are turning into diamonds. I don't know if you could see those, but these are ice crystals just floating through the cold air here now in front of my headlamp there. That's pretty awesome. It's not snowing, just ice crystals. It's just ice floating in the air. Amazing. Look at my little friend here outside. I heard a sound and I turned on my lights. There's a little reindeer walking around. I'm up in the sunroof now. There. Looks like there's two. Going way too hard on the ISO now, so I can't really get it to focus, but there they go. It's wildly cold and beautiful. I think there's some northern lights out there. Oh, good morning. It is 9 o'clock-ish, and it's minus 14 degrees outside right now. It got down to minus 18, and I had a really peaceful night here. Here they are back. Guess they did their job. So I see the locals are using Fiat Ducados, same as my van, for their work horses here, or their work vans. That's a good sign for the winter stability of the Fiat Ducato, because Finland, that's a cold place in here and deep in the woods. Here it gets extremely cold. Cheers, my friends. Most important meal of the day, coffee. Wow, just look outside. Look at this winter wonderland here. That's amazing. And I turned on my exterior lights to light it up a little bit because it is dark. It's been medium cold, down to like minus 20. I have to say I've fallen in love with Finland. In these conditions that Finland have now, it's just gorgeous. It's just winter wonderland indeed. And it's my first time in Finland when the conditions have been like this, and there's just snow everywhere, and cold and beautiful. And it's dark. It's in the polar circle, but the snow kind of lights things up, and then you get those northern lights, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. So I'm gonna try to stay in Finland a little bit longer than I had planned. I planned to just do a quick kind of detour and go back into Norway very fast, but I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer because I'm loving it. And I think I found a way to get propane here in Finland. There seemed to be one company that will exchange my bottles. They're the exact same ones that we have in Norway, but it's been troublesome finding anywhere I could actually exchange them. But there's a store like an hour drive south of here that might be able to do it, so I don't have to go back into Norway when I run out of the first bottle of propane. Good morning. It is cold. Minus 19. It was down to minus 22 and a half. And later today there's gonna be a snowstorm as it gets a little bit warmer. So look at this. This is my kettle here. That's ice on the bottom. The water that was left from cooking coffee yesterday. So that's how it goes when it gets this cold. And also the snow never melted off my tripod close to the floor. So here you can see the reason why I do not keep any water in the tanks and the pipes inside the van. Even though the heat is on, it freezes down on the floor. So that means it freezes along the walls. So if I had any water in the system today, it would be frozen. Let's have a look on the roof. Beautiful morning. So cold. It's 10 now. 10:15 here in Finland. All right, it is still minus 17. And pretty beautiful and frozen outside, but we need to start this van. Let's see how that's gonna work. It's been minus 22.5, so yep, no issues there. All right, it's a very frozen world up here today, and I'm gonna go down to Kittilä, I think it's called, and see if I can get propane in Finland. I've done some research and it looks like I can go there and get propane, exchanging my Norwegian bottles. But what a drive this is gonna be. It looks absolutely fantastic. Winter wonderland, and there's gonna be a lot of snow coming over the next 2 days according to the forecast. Still no problem staying warm in my van. I put it at 10 degrees Celsius, but pretty sure I used a lot of propane. So I might have like only 3 days on one tank now. So if I cannot get it down here in Kittilä, I'll have to go to Norway, which is not that far. It's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But you can add that hour or those 50 minutes I need to go down further to Kittilä. And I cannot change the cylinders in Sweden either. That would have been a really short jump into Sweden. But it is what it is. We just test out these things and try to find it. Norwegian standards are a little bit uncurrent, or not uncurrent. We're using the connectors that are kind of like fast connectors, like a clip-on, and it just makes it much easier while in Norway. But the standard is not the same in Sweden, but it is the same in Finland. But they don't want to switch it either way, so you have to buy a new bottle somewhere. But I think where I'm going, you can just exchange them and pay whatever they charge for that. Maybe like, I don't know, 40 euros maybe? I have no idea. We'll see. Let's go through this beautiful winter wonderland and see. And I'm on this side road now. It's pretty bumpy. Wow, what a winter wonderland. Now, here in Finland, the snow stays on the trees and everything longer because it's less stormy than what we got in Norway. In Norway, it's just, it's a shit show. It's just storming once a week. Oh, they're just looking at the beautiful scenery along the river, I guess. Alright, today is the true test of the heating system on the batteries in my van. And as you can see, these are both batteries. And it's already up to 6.5 degrees Celsius, and it's charging at over 300 watts, and that's like 23.5 amps at 12 volts. So that's pretty encouraging. And usually when it's been this cold, like my previous battery that had something wrong with it would not charge for many hours in similar conditions. But now it's just, I've been driving for 5-10 minutes, and that is just working extremely well, already charging. And as you can see, I had ice on everything that was on the floor level in my van, but the battery heated up as it should. Awesome stuff in the cold of Finland. Alright, we're in the town of Levi. Never been here before. Looks like a ski resort and Northern Lights tour town. I'm going to Kittilä, which is 18 kilometers away. Yeah, look at that. There's a ski resort. Most definitely. Maybe I'll come back to this town here and park. Looks like there's a lot of places to park. Absolutely spectacular. So amazing. Well, I'm falling in love with Finland. That's for sure. Never thought that would happen to a stuck-up Norwegian. Alright, we're getting into Kittilä. And this is where I'm hoping that there will be propane. Actually, I know there's propane because I emailed the factory or the supplier, and they said they had the right bottle, but you never know. Never been able to get it right in Finland, so we'll see. Snow paradise. Never seen anything. Well, I have seen anything like it, but it's pretty awesome. There's Tukmani. That's where I'm going. Tukmani. Hope they can help me in here. It's a significant thing. Yeah, there's the propane storage. It's like a Target in here. So that was pretty easy, and it was 30 euros. So let's just see if it's the right bottle now. Look at this. There's everywhere. You have a gray one? I need to change it back in Norway. They only take the gray ones. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is crazy. They did not have much in terms of groceries there, so I'm gonna head into the K supermarket in Kittilä. But they had my propane, and it was not expensive at all. It was cheaper than in Norway, actually, to switch that bottle. So this just opens a brand new world to me. Let's go to the Kmart shop, a few kilometers, get some proper groceries. Look at this stuff here. How amazing is that? It's just complete snowmageddon here now. Love it. And there's gonna be a ton coming down over the next couple of days. So this should be fun. Should be really fun. Hey, man. Hi.
Nyt olisi pitänyt ostaa jokirapun niitä tuoreita.
Hi. Winter Wonderland. I'm so stoked. This is the stuff that we see much more rarely in Norway because all the snow kind of just blows off the trees super fast. Unless you're up in the valleys somewhere in southern Norway. But in the Arctic, it's way too exposed to have this stuff hanging. Love it. So, absolutely beautiful. And now I can fill propane here, so I kind of need to figure out a few new plans now. Here's the Finnish police, much more sizable than the Norwegian local police. These are some nice hotels here. Fantastic. Beautiful. Finland. You're impressing me. And I've kind of found a place somewhere that I might want to park at. Yeah. Wow. What can I say? This is perfect. So beautiful. Looks like it's a ski lift that it's not operating. So if you want to see what this and other places are, other campsites, you can find that on my Patreon page, or you can find it if you signed up as a member on my channel here. Doesn't look like this ski lift is open at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna tuck myself in here, kind of out of sight. Stay here for a few nights. Wow. It's gonna snow a bunch. That's maybe a little bit too close. The reason why I choose to spend my winters in the Arctic in a van is this cold, beautiful solitude. Being close to the forces of nature, blizzard, snowstorm, or freezing cold. Away from the noise and the stress of city life, I find peace and calm in the frozen landscapes and extreme conditions of the Arctic. The darkness of the polar night slows me down so I can focus on living slowly, with every day creating a lasting memory in my heart. I don't need much up here, and I'm really grateful for this simple life. That's the reason why I spend my winters in the Arctic alone. getting some amazing snow weather now. It's really gonna come down hard. And I didn't check outside, and all of a sudden I had this all over my van, and it wasn't supposed to come down this hard yet, but here we are. This is gonna be very exciting because it's only 6 o'clock and it's gonna come down super hard around 10, 11, midnight-ish. So, could very well get snowed in here, no doubt about that. It's gonna look so fantastic out here. It's really an awesome place to park, and probably one of my favorite parking spots so far in winter. So this is excellent place here in Finland, in Levi, or whatever it's called here. So just fantastic. And the trees around here, absolutely gorgeous. What do you think? Definitely gonna be snowed in. It's probably coming like 30, 40, 50 centimeters according to the forecast, so we'll have to see. But seems like this spot I'm parked in is regularly kept open, so should be fine. I was also able to get propane here, so I'm well stocked up on that to stay warm for as long as that might take. So, cool stuff. Well, it's snowing like crazy out there, and it's just super beautiful. Wow, incredible stuff going on now. It's covering the windows, that's rare. But it's time for dinner, and today I went into the Finnish store and I got this pale ale from a Finnish brewery, looks like. So, I'm gonna try that while cooking. Oops. Let's be careful here. Yeah, that works. Tapping on top works. So, cheers, my friends. Hope you're enjoying this snowstorm here. It's quite spectacular. So what am I gonna do today? I got some Finnish ground beef. I got some Finnish fusilli. I don't know how you say that. I got some pasta sauce, basilicum, and I got half an onion here. So basically gonna make a simple pasta dish, kind of comfort foodie. And for that, just gonna add some onions just to have a little bit more taste to it. So, gotta get the pasta going first, I think. And I got a new container for my water, and I put that lid somewhere, or the tap. I have a, where did I put that? I put it somewhere smart so I would remember it. Oh yeah, right here. Yep. It's like, never get too smart about things. So that goes on there. Then get some water in for the pasta. Yep. So this container here was sitting in the back of my van, right by the doors, and it froze overnight. Can you imagine? That's pretty cold. If that happens with something like that, spoil the water. And yeah, some salt in the water. It's a bit much. So now I have this lid. Now I need to put that in a smart place, but there are no smart places, so I'll just put it right where I had the tap and see if I remember it next time. Awesome. Cut some onions. My biggest problem in my kitchen here is that my knife is so dull that I'm always scared I'm gonna cut myself, but that might be a good thing. So I need to remember to get some ventilation in here, and it's snowing heavily, so that could lead to some challenges, but I think it's okay. Alright, so I'm using my Starlink heating function for the first time now. It's gonna snow a lot, so I turned it on. I've had it on before, but just for a little bit of ice, but now there's real snow, so let's head up on the sunroof and see what's going on. Ooh, it's already heavy from the snow. There it is. So you can definitely see there's a little bit of dent there already. This is gonna get pretty bad. Oh man, it's snowing hard now. Can't really tell how hard it's snowing until I put the lamp between. So yeah, so basically now you can see it's starting to create this little heat dent, and I can't stay up here for too long because I'm gonna get full of snow inside. So yeah, there it is. How beautiful is all of this? Looks like things are going on out there now. Awesome. There's like a winter adventureland right over here, so you can see the pink lights maybe, or the green lights or something. Yep. This is too small of a cutting board here. I should have taken the other one. Smells like onions in here. That's not usually a big problem. Let's just get onions in. So I'm not going to be using any oil. Just going to get the onions around here. So this is 400 grams. That's just more than I need. So I'm only gonna do half of the ground beef. There you go. It would have been way too much as well with the full 400 grams. Apparently. Add some salt. Some black pepper. And there we go. Put this away into the freezer. Get my dishwasher out. Cheers to the weather. So amazing. There's so much snow coming down now. And I'm heating my Starlink. So that might be using a lot of power now. Let's have a look. Yeah, 60 watts. Constant, just keeping it warm, I think. I'm using auto mode. This is taking forever. Weird how long it takes to boil. Alright, I think we're ready to get the pasta in here. Fusilli. Not sure if this is something that's Finnish or whatever it is. Seven to 9 minutes. Let's see how fast it boils again. Look at this weather here. That's crazy. to open this pasta sauce. Yeah, it smells good. All right, let's get this in. To get the rest out of this, we do a little bit of this in here. Shake it, and that's it. That's a lot more meat sauce than I had planned. This is whole family meal, so that's days of food for me. So my footprints from 1 hour ago are now completely gone. So it's this might just lock me in here in Finland for weeks. I don't know, they probably plow it, but crazy stuff. I had no idea it would snow this much. Well, I had an idea because the forecast said it would snow this much, and it's not even peaking. It's, what is it? Finland time, it's 8 o'clock. The peak is gonna be around 10. And then it's gonna snow heavily until 5 in the morning. Tomorrow it's gonna be just as bad in the evening, but before that we're gonna have some sunshine and some great weather. Or there's not gonna be any sunshine because we're in the polar night, but if you can see this symbol here, I'm not sure if it's showing. You can see that it's below the horizon, the sun, on the forecast. I do think that my Starlink is struggling right now. Yeah, I cannot get internet, and I'm running the heating on the Starlink, but it's snowing so heavily that it might not work right now. Need to take a look outside for that. Alright, pasta is done. Pasta sauce is done as well. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's amazing. I think it can get a little bit warmer. So my Starlink couldn't cope anymore. There's too much snow. It's just crazy. Pretty intense out there. And the roof is just filling up with crazy amounts of snow. Alright, time for dinner, my friends. So pasta is done. I still need to have this open because, oh, the sunroof is so heavy now with all the snow that I can barely get it open. But I got to get this steam out. Got the pasta. This is meals for days here. And we got the meat sauce. There you go. So that's pretty tasty looking. So onions, ground beef, and that sauce, the basilicum pasta sauce. Well, cheers, my friends. I hope you enjoy the scenery. I'll take you outside a little bit later and look at this massive snowfall. So, comfort pasta for dinner. Perfect. Maybe a little bit overcooked pasta. I don't know what you Italians have to say about that, but we all know that Vikings invented the pasta. What happens if I open this door here? Wanna see? Wanna see? Well, here we are. And I'm gonna get soaked. I'm basically sitting outside now. So, yeah. You could say it's snowing. And you could say it's not really smart to keep this door open for too long. Yeah. So I think it's important to note that the Starlink couldn't cope with this amount of snow, but it might also be because I have it installed in a mount, so it might not give off as much heat as it's supposed to, but it just couldn't keep this amount of snow off. And I think tomorrow morning it's gonna be really bad, but yeah, I showed you like the whole roof is getting filled up now, so I'm going to show you this photo here on the screen. And this is just gonna go crazy. So I turned the heating off on the Starlink, and now I'm back to using 5G for this snowstorm. This amount of snow that's coming down now is just yeah, I love it. It's gonna be nice and warm in here because I'm gonna have snow insulating everything. So I'm stoked. I'm super stoked right now. Gonna take you outside later, and yeah, it's nearly 9 o'clock now. And turn off my lights. So this is what I had last year without the lights, and with the lights it's a totally different thing. Loving it. Let's see how it's going. No. You gotta be kidding me. You can see it's making a dent, but that's it. Oh my, this is just filling up. It doesn't stand a chance here. This is just hilarious. Look at that. You see it's trying? Oh, that is funny. That's just crazy. So I'm just living my coziest life back here in the back of my van now, looking out at the snowy weather and reading a little bit. Just started reading The Burning Room, Harry Bosch, and loving Harry Bosch. Oh, this is so nice. Got tangerine. This is the darkest snowstorm I've ever experienced. This is just pure darkness out here. I'm really kind of anxious to see how things are gonna play out tomorrow. How much snow we're gonna have here, because it definitely looks like it could be snowed in completely here. I have no idea about how long it takes before a plow truck shows up here. But I did hear a vehicle right now. But not a plow truck. So some vehicles are still getting in to this area. But it feels kind of balmy and calm here. Feels like, I don't know, feels like you're in a cocoon, a snow cocoon, in the darkness of this snowstorm, and nobody else is here, and it's just kind of quiet, and the snow creates this kind of dampening of all sounds and all noises and everything. It's really wonderful. I think I'm just gonna go to bed now and sleep. Already brushed my teeth and everything, so. Here's the plow tractor. It's gonna help a lot if he comes over here. At least he's in the proximity. Look at this. Well, good morning. It is 10 in the morning. And it's a beautiful morning. And my parking lot is clear because of that plow truck. And this is as light as it's gonna get. Alright, that was some crazy snowfall, and it's gonna get harder tonight, but that plow truck kind of helped me out here, so I won't have any trouble getting out, but I was more concerned about if I got stuck today and then got snowed in on this crazy snow weather that's gonna come in tonight again. But now I see they come here plowing probably every morning. He was here at 5 or 6, I don't remember exactly. And now I know I can get out if they come and plow. So feeling good about that. Really cool. Absolutely amazing scenery. I'm so happy I came up here. I'm really in love. And Finland has stolen my heart with this kind of amazing snow scenery. So let's get the most important meal of the day going. Coffee. And then I think we'll just stay here. This is too beautiful of a spot with no people and just super good vibes, I feel. So we'll just make this home for a few days. And if I should run out of water, I can get snow. So let's get the kettle, heat up the cup, get the AirPress out, open the sunroof, get some air in here. Cheers, my friends. Let's just call it what it is. Absolutely spectacular. I'm so glad I came up here. This is just fantastic. Look at all the icicles on the outside of the van here. It's melting off the roof because of the heat in the van. I kept it at 10 degrees, but now that I'm going up to around 20 degrees, it melts fast. Even though it's pretty cold outside now, it's getting down to -10 again. So today the plan is just to stay here and get some work done and see if that next snowfall is happening tonight. Yeah, it is. Big snowfall from around 10 in the evening. So I have plenty of time to decide if I want to stay here or not for that. So we'll just have to see. doing some snow melt on the Starlink after I cleared it. Using a lot of power now, yeah. Now I'm back on Starlink here. I've never had that much snow on the roof, I think. Gonna see if I can get up on the roof here, or if the snow has totally blocked the access. Ooh, it is. Ha. All right, so this just came falling through here. Incredible. You could say that's pretty much filled up with snow here. This is the most snow I've had on the sunroof, or on the roof, I mean. I think I need to clear some of this. I need to clear this of the Starlink. I just had a ton of snow come falling in. I think I'm gonna prioritize the Starlink here. Solar panel has no use, really. So what happens now is that the van, heat from the van will melt a lot of the snow. I just wanted to clear the Starlink on some of these ceilings here. Alright, here we go again, I guess. It just started, I think. I'm doing a little bit of heating. And you can see there's heat coming through from the bathroom, kind of melting the snow off that sunroof. The back sunroof is gone. So basically it's gonna snow like crazy again now. And as much as yesterday, I went out and shoveled in front of the van, so I have a full clear path now, but it's gonna fill in. But the plow truck is probably showing up tomorrow morning again, I'm guessing. So Starlink is keeping warm and clear of snow. So that's good. Yesterday I didn't manage to keep it clean. Well, it's evening again. I managed to finish the video. I guess I'm just gonna... I don't know. When there's weather like this, I get so excited. I just wanna be outside and look at it. But it's 10:30 and I'm thinking that I'll go to bed and read a little bit. Can't do anything about this weather anyway. I'll see you tomorrow. Or probably wake up in the middle of the night and go and have a look. Oh, here we go again. Big amounts of snow coming down now. This is gonna be super interesting to see in the morning. All right, it is Saturday morning. It snowed so much last night. Gonna go up on the sunroof now and see if I can open it without getting a ton of snow inside. That's usually a bit of a problem when weather is like that. It actually doesn't look bad. You can see through. Maybe it helped with me cleaning. Ooh, it is heavy. Oh, didn't have any problem. All right. Let's see if we can find the starlink. So that's well, this is the roof of my van. Yeah, so the plow truck came through in the morning, around 5, I think, and cleared the parking lot, so I should be good to go. But let's get outside, take a look at this. Well, it's pretty cool. Nothing crazy because the plow truck was already here and it's not gonna be a problem to get out at all. I'm not really used to seeing so much icicles on the van because usually it's super cold, so everything just freezes before it starts melting. But this time around the van has been warm and all the snow has started melting from the heat of the van, and there's icicles everywhere. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, amazing sights.